The jury in the Karen Read case has come back with 4 separate questions today, and now you get to see how we love questions from the jury because they kind of tell us where they're leaning. And in this case, they are leaning completely against the murder charge for Karen Read. They're hung up on this operating under the influence charge. The last question of the day said, hey, if we find her not guilty on 2 of the charges, but we're hung up on the last one, does that mean it's a hung jury on all of the charges? And Judge Bev said, I can't answer that. It's theoretical. Now, defense attorney Alan Jackson says, hey, this is not a theoretical question. They're basically asking you how to fill out this convoluted-ass verdict form that you sent them, the one that we asked you to revise that you said no to. And honestly, had she revised it, they might not be having these questions. But you got to be careful because they could be saying, listen, we know she's not guilty on these 2, but if we can't come up with a verdict, does that mean that she's got to face these charges again? Because if so, then we got to come up with a verdict and we might just find her guilty just to get out of here. Now, the first question was, what's the time frame on the operating under the influence charge? Is it 12:45 at night or is it 5 a.m.? And the reason they're asking this is because at 5 a.m., Karen Read's blood alcohol content was estimated to be a 0.09 and estimated to be much higher at 12:30. Now, they could be saying to themselves, well, how do we know what it was at 12:30? That's reasonable doubt. They could be saying that, or they could be saying, nah, she was hella drunk at 12:30 if she's a 0.09 at 5 a.m. And then they asked this question, does convicting guilty on a subcharge, for example, offense 2, number 5, convict the overall charge? They have no clue how to fill out this verdict form. They don't know how to put down what they want to say. Not a theoretical question, Bev. Either way, the defense and Karen Read right now, they are walking on cloud 9 because they know the worst of these charges is a not guilty for this jury.